So this is a live trade that I am in, which I started on the live London session that I did this morning, which I do every Wednesday and Thursday. So let's start sharing screen. I can show it to you. So this is GN. We got into this trade when I was on at, came on at 10 o'clock my time. So that was here. Let me just get the arrow and show you. So 10 o'clock. So what did I see here? Well, we have to have a pitchfork touch. So we had that. We've got quarter theory lined up very nicely. This is mathematical line of resistance, support and resistance. The pitchfork, we're looking for a break and a retest to go for the sell. Once it gets under the 62 exponential moving average, which is using normal candles and is looking at 62 candles, in this case on the 1 minute time frame, weighted to most recent price. So once we had price, actually, once we were past the hour, because often you get a fake out, so you've got to be careful of that. So round about here, and then it came down here, got a bit of a spread on it, and this is the fastest pair in the market. So you can see it came right back up to the 62, stalled there, and then it's working its way down. Now it's tried to retest the 62, but a long wick off. It's having another go. We're just at that 12 o'clock Paris time. I'm in France. So it will sometimes fake out to the opposite side. And we are in profit. And you can see the 62, the current momentum is still running down. So we just see that's my 15 pips from entry. There's my 20 pip take profit, 15 pip stop loss. I've got, when I got in, I had everything in that orange box area for the 3 confirmations. So the 62 there and the quarter theory and the pitchfork. So we like everything tight up together when we get into a trade. So price will always run like a river, and you can see it is now coming down. So I'm going to stay on this trade with you just to see how it plays out. Now, let me show you the pivots, which shows you highs and lows. So what we want are lower highs. You can see they've leveled off there. We want a downward trend. We want lower highs. And we want, so it's a little bit of a stall out there, and then a lower high, a lower low has been made there. Excuse me, I just sneezed. So that's what we're looking for. And we're looking also, if I put this on to show you the 15-minute band in the background. It'll be very colorful, I'll warn you now when it comes on. And you can see this is 15-minute band. So it's been red for all that time. So that's very good for us for being in a sell. Doesn't mean to say like there, it can't switch to a green. You get that when you get a number of upward green flashes. It is a lagging indicator, but then it's stalled out and it's carried on in the downward trend. And then what happens is we normally get the New York reversal. So at the moment, it's, you can see that downward. Here's your trend line. Try and anchor it, put the magnet on, anchor it at the top, come down like that. Doesn't matter. You just want as many touches as you can. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got some good touches there on that downward trend line. I like to have everything in the same color because then my brain knows what it's looking at. It's like learning to drive, you know, without always having to think about it. And then once you're in a trade, you can draw your trade trend line, which in this case would be from here down, something like that. That's a bit too wide. You want as many touches as you can, touches either side. So and never on current price because that's still moving. So here is our trend down. Just might, you do have about a 1 pip zone either side. They're not as accurate as pitchforks. So there's our trend line down. And you can just see the 62 curling down nicely. Price working its way down. We're just past the hour, the 11 o'clock UK time. That's there. There was our 12 o'clock. So another thing you can do at this point is come to the hourly and just look and see. I don't want to move all my other markings. So there's a doji candle, strong green downward momentum, doji candle, and then an engulfing sell candle. I did have a wick off at the top. That was the lowest price, and it's tried to push down there, just a little wick there, and you can see it has opened on the hourly, coming back up. So then what I like to do is just come down the time frames. You can see it's still well below that extension, and that is the 15 minutes. So look over here, you've got 8 minutes left to run on this candle. So you had an indecision candle there, followed by an engulfing candle. Looks like it's going to be a smaller candle. It's about halfway through on the 15 minutes, so it could push up more. And then the 5 minute. 5 minutes, it's pushed up quite a bit more. And the 1 minute, this is the end of the 1 minute candle here. It is a very fast pair. So don't worry if it slips through areas a bit, because it will do. Whilst the price is to the left of the 62 and your 1 minute trend, you can see it's just hovering between the two. You're good to go. We can take off this. I'll just hide that. You want to look at your trend line there. Now it does look like it's pushing up a bit now, because it's broken the 1 minute and it's broken that trend. So yeah, it's probably not going to do a lot more. This is my demo account. I just took it on demo. So it looks like it just did sort of the 15 pips on this one. So we'll see what happens. New 1 minute candle. You know, you saw from the pivots and you saw from the hull that it's still in a downward trend. This can be part of that hourly, because it's such a fast pair, part of that hourly fake out. So you can see that's opened green. Sell candle, because you can see here it slips a bit, slipped here. You know, it does slip on this fast pair. So I'll see how we get on. It's still coming down. That's good, because you know you can panic at that stage and think, because our rule is if it's broken the 1 minute trend in the 62, you should think about getting out. But if you look at the hull, which is our exit strategy, just give it a moment to load. We have had a green flip there. It's red there, quite a long green flip there. So 2 long flips. You don't need to bother about short flips. Little short ones, a short one, you don't bother about those. But 2 long flips and you should get out the trade. But, you you know, it's still coming down. You can see by that line there, you put your pivots on. I know it's hard when you're in a real trade on your real account, but really we don't trade this pair a lot because it is the fastest in the market. But you have got your lower low here. It has leveled off there. That was your lower high. So it did form a lower low there. You can see that same stall out there. You see how volatile it is, higher highs there. So, you know, it waves a lot, it's volatile. Let's just come out of the pivots and hide those so we don't have too much to look at any more than we have to. It does look to me like it's reversed. So, I mean, it might be coming all the way back up, but you know, if you're changing from demo to live, number one, don't trade this pair, and number two, just take very low lot sizes, just penny lot sizes. Sorry, the dog's coughing, if you can hear that noise in the background. Sounds got a bit, he's an old boy now. So just magnify that for you. You can see what's going on. So you had a strong engulfing buy candle, but it wicked off above. That was the 12 o'clock. This is your 12 o'clock thrust up. The broker's saying to you, you've made the wrong decision, break the 1 minute trend, come out the trade. A doji candle, 50-50, it can't decide what it wants to do. A strong flat top on the buy, a little wick on the green, but it's bigger on the sell candle, wicked off on the buy, wicked off on the sell, and now it's starting to calm down and push back down. As I say, I know it's difficult if you're on a live account to maintain composure, so pick pairs that are medium speed. There's a currency speed indicator, that currency speed list that we use. I've got that in my group if you want to ask me for it. Or it's on the favorited videos on channel 20. I think Chance goes through them there. But pick things to start off with like Euro USD or JPY and HourGlass. Those are nice steady pairs. Don't start with something like this. So we're now back in profit. And because this is the thing, you see, you can get out of trades too early and then you can find they run down more. So the other thing to do is have a look at your previous lines of support and resistance. And what else does this story tell you? Well, you've got an M shape there, and you know, M's and W's have bought me a BMW, as they say. There's your double top, and you've got a double top there, and previous lines. Now it's broken this line. You've got this line here. Now, I'm not saying it will get down to there, but it's come back into the scan. The extensions have done what they should do, pinged price back in, and we've got lot of stall out on that 1.91500. So I'm certainly not looking really to run it down that far. Just want to get to this 20 pips level. So let's come back to our 1 minute and just see how we get on. Now this is a demo account, so we just have a look here. So we're back at 6.2 pips. Here's our trade here. This is C Trader. That's the 62 EMA. I keep that open on the chart there. Moving average there, 62. That's the one we like. What's nice about C Trader is that you can pull this slider bar. So I'm going to move my stop loss now down to say 5 pips. So just to show you how easy it is to do. 1.91932, 1.91, 0.91, 1532, and that takes you to 3.5 pips, nearly 4, 3.8, just above that the previous highs, and covering you for the broker's fee there. So it's quite tight, but I am on demo. I'm saying to myself, now prices move down like this, that it won't come right back above, and even if it does, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. I'm prepared to risk that much, that 3 to 4 pips. And we can see it is now running down. So normally what I do is I leave my stop loss like that. I like to look at it like this. This is just the way I like to do it. So 1.191. Just come back to there. 1.91882. 7 pips in profit. Settings. There. So that now is just going to be, as I got in at the entry price I had was, so I'm exactly on entry. Because I've moved it on the C trader. So 882. So what you want to do now, and this is a very fast pair, so 872, once it's moved to that 15 pips, which isn't quite, but I'm just doing this because, you know, we're on the Zoom and I'm trying to teach you. So I'm 1 pip in profit, which means I've got a risk-free trade. So that's very tight, bearing in mind the alarm hasn't gone off on the 15 pips. So what I do is modify the position, keep everything 1.91. What I want is 872. Oops. 1.91. 872 there. Okay. So that's put my stop loss at 1 pip plus 1 pip, which means I've got a risk-free trade. We're now at 10.5 pips. I'm just going to take a photo of this. So I'll use that to show people what we do. And here we are coming down for that alarm to go off. So I have been a bit premature. Normally, if I was running this on a real account, I wouldn't move it that tight at the moment till that alarm goes off. I'd have it, that is 3.8 pips. I'd probably have it behind the previous high there, at least, or maybe up there. But it is a very volatile pair, so I'm not unhappy with that decision, actually, if I'd been on a live account. Let's just see this run down. Nice time, 20 past the hour, so we're not running up to like 10 minutes before the hour. And here we go again, this big river that you get on price like this, but you've still got this downward momentum on the 62. Lot of slippage there as it hit the hour. Here was our hourly, here was our trade trend line. So it's breaking that. Oh, just shooting up on that 30 seconds. Just keep an eye on your timer here. So strong engulfing buy candle, that is a strong candle, but you can see, you had that there, and then it runs the river. There's a strong buy candle. It tries to, here's a strong engulfing candle, but we've still got the overall downward momentum on the London session. It's still pushing down. Remember, if you come back to the 15-minute and look at your overall chart, so you've got that M shape, you've got the extensions that have done their job, and you've got price pushing down here with these previous lines here, but that doesn't mean to say it's going to get that low down, but it is a very volatile pair, so you have to allow for the slippage on it, and you know, it will take its time. Now you see it's tested the 62, and let's get in one of our little arrows. It's tested that 62 and wicked off exactly to the pip, which for us is a very good sign. So you have to allow room for price to breathe. I should still be in the trade because I allowed that spread on the sell between the bid and the ask. So we're still okay. We're at 5 pips profit. I was in a bit later than some other people. Keep an eye on your minute candle here. Oh, it's getting cold. I've got door and window open because of the cat and dog. I need to go and close them in a minute. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stay on this. I wanted to stay on it just until it had run down to here. But I may see, it should be all right. I'll just give it another, maybe another few minutes. Again, it's wicked off, 7 seconds, wicking off that 62, doesn't like the 62. You see that 62 is just leveled off, but it does that, then it does another drop. Yeah, so it's probably going to take me out the trade in a minute. So that's why if price does reverse on you, you want to make sure you're in a risk-free trade. Decide if you're going to try and get out of it with some pips. So 5 pips would have been, I could have closed the trade just back there on my C trader at 5 pips, roundabout on that 62. That's one decision you can make. Come away with your 1%. Decide you've had enough of it, because you can see that leveling off. You can see it under a bit of pressure there. So that's probably what I would have done on a live account. The lowest that it came down was about 10 pips. You could have got 2%. But here we are. It's so that sell candle's trying to push down, 39 seconds. So let's look at our 15 minutes, see what the candles show us. Let's get rid of that one. Move that out the way. So on the 15-minute long sell candle, that's called a hammerhead. So normally that'll be followed, this one. That'll be followed by a buy, because you can see it tried to push down. That was the open and then the close, which is very small. So that is not unexpected. What's happening on that? On the 5-minute. So it might be coming all the way up. It's probably taken me out the trade now. Yes, so I'm out the trade on that one. So let me come back to, let me take that off. So we could have got out of that with 5 or 10 pips. I told you I'd moved that stop profit too tight and was a bit premature. Didn't wait for the 15 pips. I was in slightly later. Big slip to the other side, but again, it's playing with us. It's coming back down. But, you know, no harm done as a risk-free trade. so would have got 5 to 10 pips on that one. So I'll post this on YouTube for people to watch. I'll put the outcome. So outcome was +5 to +10 pips, 1% to 2%, or, well, 1 to 1.5, isn't it? Because it's a 15 pip stop loss on this, but got out at stop profit of +1 pip, so no harm done. So this is the importance of getting stop profit in, but as this was demo, put it in a bit prematurely, as I explain on the video. And there it is, going right back up. So I'm going to take that alert off, remove that, and stop the share. I'll just tidy that up.